Okay, so I don't know if I did this right, but this is my map. Oh no, it's backwards. But first we have middle school, and I put a bunch of sad faces because I was depressed, and that is the story I'm about to tell you. So during my time in 8th grade, I found myself with a deep sense of depression, and it was something that did not go unnoticed by my teachers. They picked up on subtle cues and signals that I was going through a tough time. I would arrive late to school, or sometimes even worse, I would occasionally not show up at all, and my attendance was definitely deeply affected. I would often come to school in my pajamas, I wouldn't brush my hair, I would simply roll out of bed and go to school with no energy. I kept my headphones in all day, and I kept my hood up, attempting to create a barrier between myself and others. And my papers on my desk showcased a collection of sad sketches mirroring how I felt on the inside. And obviously, in the eyes of my teachers, I was seen as a sad and withdrawn student who preferred to be alone. And that was all true at the time. Some educators, in an effort to help, they would offer random pieces of advice, and sometimes they would even make me meet with the school psychologist. At the time, I admit their attention did aggravate me as I struggled to navigate my own emotions. However, deep down, it was definitely comforting to know that my feelings were being acknowledged and recognized by someone. But this experience inspired me to become a teacher who can provide understanding to students who, like me, may have looked for a compassionate and understanding presence in their lives at the time. And navigating this time period was difficult for me, and as Tatum, is it how you say it? Totem? As Tatum. As Tatum explains, I had a lack of self-awareness of my identity at the time, and that's why I would get so frustrated when my teachers would try to help me. Okay. So next on my thing, we have high school, 9th grade. And here's the principal saying Skylar Billing to the office. It's her calling me to the office. And so this is a time where my self-perception was not the same as I was being perceived by the teachers. So this was a year later than the first story, and this is when I was in high school, and my two older brothers had left a reputation in the school, and it was followed on to me. And additionally, my choice of friends were not necessarily the best influences, which further led to misconceptions held by the teachers and the principals because of who they would see me with in the hallways. So in their eyes, I was now labeled as a bad kid. However, that was disheartening for me because I considered myself a good-natured student, and I rarely engaged in anything bad. And I found myself frequently being summoned to the principal's office because of this. For bag searches, and time again they would find nothing, which further highlighted the difference between what they thought I was doing and what I was actually doing, because I was doing nothing. And it was frustrating to be constantly regarded as a bad student when I knew within myself that I upheld integrity and made conscious efforts to navigate high school pretty responsibly. And this experience installed empathy in me for students who face similar misconceptions based on their identities, and it served as a constant reminder for the importance of giving every student the benefit of the doubt. And as I go on to further pursue a career in education, I strive to create an inclusive and supportive environment where students feel that their self-perceptions are valued and recognized. And Tatum's work helps us understand the importance of creating inclusive and supportive environments where individuals can explore and develop their identity free from the influence of, sorry, I wrote this down and I wrote a typo. Tatum's work helps us understand the importance of creating inclusive and supportive environments where individuals can explore and develop their identity free from the influence of stereotypes and biased perceptions.